What's up mga ka-explore? Welcome to my YouTube channel and we are back for another video. Panibagong video na naman, panibagong matututunan at panibagong kasiyahan. So today guys, dahil di tayo makalabas para makagawa ng content dahil sa coronavirus or COVID-19, dito na naman tayo gagawa ng content sa loob ng bahay. So, ang naisip kong content is, speaking of COVID-19, magbibigay ako dito ng mga tips on how to prevent spreading of COVID-19. And habang nagbibigay ako ng tips, nakaisip ako ng challenge na gagawin ko habang nagbibigay ako. And that challenge ay malalaman nyo later guys. Kaya keep on watching. Wow. So today guys, ang naisip kong challenge is I will only speak English challenge or kung tawagin nila is spokening dollar. So ayun ang gagawin ko today guys habang nagbibigay ako ng tips on how to prevent spreading of COVID-19. This tips is very important to everyone. So kaya lahat ay makikinig at keep on watching guys. Kaya let's start. Today guys, I will only speak English, and to really understand what is COVID-19, I put it here in my iPad about my stock knowledge about COVID-19 that I've watched and I've learned in news. So first, what is COVID-19? So COVID-19 started being an issue during December 2019, and it's also known as novel coronavirus or nCoV, that is originally from the province of Wuhan in China. This virus is spreading until today, so many countries is having a lockdown, especially here in the Philippines. So this virus is really spreading all around the world. So not particularly around the world, but it's really spreading and spreading and spreading. So, and from our government, they are very hardworking about this kind of issue, because this is very important to everyone that they should know about this coronavirus. So I have here 7 tips to share it to you about on how to prevent this kind of virus. The first tip that I will be given or I will give to you is stay at home. This is very important because if it is very it is important to stay at home because it prevents yourself and it prevents your family to be infected by this kind of virus. If it's not necessary to go outside or it is not important, you should stay at home and follow all the guidelines of your barangays, so all the people out there will be safe, especially your family and you. And if it is not really important, you must stay at home as much as possible, because we cannot determine where the virus is and who the people have infected by this kind of virus. So it is really important to keep in mind these tips so we can avoid ourselves and our family of having this kind of virus. And for our tip number 2, if going outside, wear mask and bring alcohol. So this tip number 2, if you're going outside for an important purpose, you should bring mask and alcohol. I have here example of mask and alcohol. You should bring these two because it prevents you to have, or it prevents you to be infected by this kind of virus. Not totally prevent, but it helps you to avoid this kind of virus. You have here alcohol, which has 70% solution. It is very dark. 70% solution, and this mask, it helps you to prevent the infection of this virus, and it is important to use this especially in a public places. So this is important, so keep in mind, guys. For our tip number 3 is wash your hand. This is really important. Even in the past, it really important for us to really wash our hands. These hands is very important to be clean. Even we don't have virus, even we don't have any kind of disease, we should always practice of proper washing our hands, because all the virus can easily spread and can easily go to our hands if it is dirty, or even it is not totally clean. So we need to wash our hands and follow the tips on washing hands. Even in school, teachers are teaching all the students to proper wash their hands, and we can follow the happy birthday song while washing our hands to prevent this kind of infection. All these tips, this is the most important tips of all, because washing our hands is a proper hygiene in which all people can do. It is simple way of preventing this kind of infection. And washing our hands is really important because our hands has many roles in our life. It is used to eat, it is used to handling our food. So we need to clean this, so it will prevent us or our family to be infected by this kind of virus. So take note that we need to wash our hands properly. And for our tip number 4, avoid touching surfaces. If you are in a public place, like malls, or any public places out there, you should avoid touching surfaces, because that surfaces, you don't know if it has germs or it has virus. We cannot determine who the people touches it, and maybe the virus from that person may transmitted to you, and you may have this kind of virus. So avoid touching surfaces, especially in the public places. So I hear in the news that many of the health officials are sanitizing and cleaning the surfaces area, that especially in public places, to avoid this kind of infection. So this kind of process is very important to everyone. Being clean is very important for individuals to avoid this kind of virus, because virus is everywhere, like what I've said. So we need to be clean, especially in public places, even they are crowded. We need to clean the surfaces area and avoid touching it, especially nowadays that coronavirus is spreading and easily be transmitted through this kind of surfaces. So keep in mind this, guys, that if you're going to a public place, we should avoid touching surfaces. Tip number 5, avoid crowded places. If you're going outside for a purpose, avoid going to the crowded places, because if you are in crowded places, the virus can easily transmitted to you by contact by other people. So avoid going to a crowded places, because most of the people that is being infected by this kind of virus are going to a crowded places, because we cannot determine who the people or who is being infected by this kind of virus. We cannot determine where the virus is, and we cannot determine who the people or who is the one or being infected by this kind of virus. So keep in mind, guys, that if you're going to a public place, avoid crowded places to avoid this kind of infections. Number 6, avoid socializing. Nowadays, guys, this virus is really transferred or easily transferred through droplets. If that person didn't know that he has or she has a virus, we cannot also determine that where the virus is. This can easily spread through droplets. If you're talking to someone, especially to your boyfriend or girlfriend, and avoid socializing in very short distance. Practice distancing, because this distancing is really helpful for us to avoid this kind of virus. If we are going to talk to someone, we should consider our safetyness, because we cannot consider if she or he, or we cannot know if, or we cannot know that she or he have this kind of virus. So we need to be secure that this person we are talking to is safe or it has no virus. So keep in mind, guys, that this is important tips for everyone that they can do, because this tips is very simple and this tips is very important for us to really prevent this kind of virus. And for our last tips, or which is tip number 7, is make sure that the food you take is clean. So all of the food that we take should be clean and should be well cooked, because guys, the food we take is very 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 good. The food we take are going inside our body, and we cannot determine if this has a virus or not, or this has a germs or microorganisms. So the food we take should be proper cooked. The food we take should be clean. What if the food we take is not clean? So the virus or the microorganism in that food can easily transferred to our body because we eat it. We cannot easily know where the virus is. Sometimes the virus is in the food that we take. So we need to be aware of food that we eat, because sometimes the food that we eat contains microorganisms that produce virus to our body. And by that, we should consider of proper way of cooking food. We should cook food properly, and it should be well cooked. Not only cooked, but well cooked. Because this virus is really spreading easily. Can easily be spread throughout the environment. So guys, I hope that this video will help you a lot to really prevent this kind of virus, because this virus is really serious problem in our country. Not only in our country, but all of the country out there. I hope that all the tips that I've given to you you will take it seriously, because this problem is very serious, that we also need to be serious. So I hope that these tips you may use to yourself and to your family to prevent this kind of virus. And the most important is, don't forget to pray to God that this virus will stop, and He is the one who will help us to prevent and to stop this virus. So that's it. That's all for this week video, guys. I hope that you like this video. And if you like this video, don't forget to hit the like button below. And also don't forget to subscribe my YouTube channel for more upcoming videos that I will make. And also don't forget to comment down below for more videos that you want that I will make for you guys, because I will do a lot of video for you guys. Even I am busy, I will make time for that. So bye guys, I hope you learned a lot.